It's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. Off your mind,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego die the politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we not talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo. Man of the masses, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego diary politico.
Hello there. Aboye Boshishe Ogbu Ato e o Korikosun.
My ego diary, my ego number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Glory Facebook, glory YouTube.
Mayegun Diary,
Congratulations, Nigerians. APC, Egbekegbe, they have now crashed the unemployment percentage of Nigeria. 96% of you are actually employed, according to Kolu's NBS. Share this broadcast.
Mayegun diary politico.
Mayegun diary number one.
Godfatherism.
Somebody is saying that we are starting the Dear Old People Part 2. If we are going to do the Dear Old People Part 2, it's going to be this, the sort of the part to appreciate the old people who actually support young people and this generation's efforts to break free from the shackles of enslavement forced on us by their generation. We should give them some kind of heads up and say thank you for at least supporting us.
Glory Facebook, and yes, we like you. Glory YouTube, and yes, we like you. ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́ ayé ìṣúra.
Have you seen a female bat before? Female bat, àdán obìnrin, obìnrin àdán. Chicago State University is about to unveil the masquerade. Wọ́n máa tó ṣaṣọ lójú eégún.
Ayé ìṣúra aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Ayé ìṣúra òwúrọ̀
Share this
olóṣèlú.
broadcast.
Ayé ìṣúra ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ṣúra kì. Ayé ìṣúra
And Were Wike in Abuja, the new Abuja governor, military administrator, tonight.
máyé kú ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ṣúra kì. Ayé ìṣúra ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ṣúra kì. Ayé ìṣúra kì. Máyé kú ti dé.
What to do again? So from wherever you are watching from, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you. This is Mayegun live. And for those who know the normal kind of a ritual, when you join us at this temple of truth, take a moment, like the broadcast, share it, and possibly subscribe if you are still very much comfortable with me. But the bottom line is that as long as you have that moment of tuning in to listen to the truth, whether comfortable or not, you are welcome and thank you. So, you possibly have heard the news that in a space of 2 weeks, Thiefnubu and gang have now performed abracadabra on what Bokwari couldn't do to further put wounds on the people's eyes. And I've once told you that if you think you experienced propaganda under Bokwari, well, that was just like what do you call it? A beginner. At this advanced stage, these rogues, when they are done with Nigerians, generally, ladies and gentlemen, you will be asking yourselves, are these guys talking about this same Nigeria or somewhere else? I didn't know they would start so early. There, propaganda lanje. People are suffering. The economic is in total tank right now. And the Nigeria Bureau of Statistics came out and said, we have been doing it wrongly all this while. That you have 40% or 60% Nigerians unemployed has been a wrong technique we have been using. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria have no unemployment problem at all. The only thing is, if Nigeria can improve on how much people get paid when they work, walai, America will be begging Nigeria. How did they solve unemployment problem? This is what they are telling. This is what they told themselves in those air-conditioned rooms in Abuja. And then they went to public. And how did they arrive at that, by the way? I'll tell you. Normally, they said they have this kind of standard of gauging what is a job. What can you really call a job? Something that you can say you do steadily and brings you a certain income. That's your income. We determine what you can call it. Is it a job, a part-time work, underemployment, or you have none? So, APC, Egbekegbe, before this Thiefnubu, the World Bank and the rest of them came out and said, Nigeria tita, under Bokwari, they have done so bad and so worse, mismanaged Nigeria so terribly, like Nigeria titao. And if the things continue like this, Somalia will be the new London. No? And we all remember that. And you can tell it, all of you can say, you can tell around you, businesses that are dying, jobs that are being lost, including those who even have jobs that are being held. And then the, what do you call it, the economy itself, generally, where you have artisans, so you have traders, so you have other professionals who are offering different professional services, right? Everybody is already affected, like generally. And most of the time, these were also the same people they normally survey to know who has job and who doesn't. So what they have now done is to make it look better. If you serve NYSC, since government of Nigeria always send you to do NYSC and they pay you, that is employment. And that wasn't added to their own every year, because every year they pay you. Even if it may not be your own set next year. But at least governments employ, according to them, millions of you every year. So that is job creation. But they never added it before. All of you who kind of managed to have all this, I don't want to call them job, right? Errand. For example, on your street, you have somebody who kind of you run around there for, and they give you money. Under this new arrangement, that is something like a job. According to them, every Nigerian that is at least working for an hour in a week has a job. Do you understand that? It simply means that if you have anything you do that they pay you, even if it's just for 1 hour, that cannot be categorized as jobless. So when they now put all of this bogus mishmash nonsense together, they arrived at 96% of you actually have one way or the other where you take see money, even if you don't declare them officially as say you have job. But they know that a lot of you are surviving through some of these means, and steadily so, but you didn't report them. Yahoo boys are not reporting themselves as employed. Kidnappers are not reporting themselves as employed. Fraudsters are not reporting themselves. Even policemen that says he has job and is earning so amount of money is not declaring the bribe he's taking. All of these are existing in the same economy in this Thiefnubu nomic. So when they did everything all together, there shouldn't have been any panic in the first place. The unemployment in Nigeria is just 4.1%. Do you see what I'm talking about? Dishonesty. How does this solve anything? Does that then mean that we have been panicking wrongly? A lot of you have been lying that there is no job. According to your government, in fact, you have been very dishonest. The people that have no real job at all in Nigeria, they're no more than 4.1%, according to these guys. On this right now, they have put what you can say shield. They will tell you to argue over it. It's true now. I know one woman on my streets, she's been doing laundry for people. Laundry for people. She has been taking care of their clothing and all of that. But that woman too, they will say she's unemployed. But the new policy now shows that she's employed, Joe. She is. By law, she's employed. They cannot be saying that, if you leave your university and then you go for NYSC, government has already given you job, paid you for a whole year. You should figure it out after that. So coming back later to say, okay, you've not found any job and the rest of that, how have you been surviving? Who are those giving you money? Have you been declaring those money? Your uncle that is sending you allowance money from abroad, or the one that is sending you allowance money from that same Nigeria? Have you been declaring the money? Have you not just been claiming that you are unemployed? It is the weakest argument to put forward. And according to them, it is the way it is normally done all over the world. No, it is not. Do you understand? It is not. But it is APC, and a lot of you are currently wondering, where is the job? It's a lie. Where is Kiniko? We all know it's a lie. But the people that told you, now statistics we go shop, they have come out with their own statistics now. And the statistics shows that all of us and the rest of them, everybody all these years have been wrong because they have not been doing the calculation for those who are employed and what can you really call employment. The latest release. So congratulations to the rest of you who have been telling yourselves, this government will favor you and your family. See how the miracle just happened. They didn't have to do anything. They just have to do survey. That's it. And the unemployment problem in Nigeria is gone. And in the next few days, you are going to see them on your TV. They're going to be explaining to you how this was done, just to let you know that the government of Thiefnubu is a magician, is a mathematician, is a genius. Only for you to turn around later and be like, Ewa, are these guys talking about this same place? Where are they? Nigeria, where are they right now? Or they are talking about somewhere else? Of course, they are talking about the same Nigeria that you are. The fantasy land that we call the La La Land. And it is about to get more dramatic right now. This is meant to be something that they should be so ashamed of themselves pushing. But when you put APC, and shame together in a sentence, you must be naive. You know why? You cannot shame the shameless. Do you understand? And that's the point. It doesn't solve anything. Another lie that is intended to misinform the public and at the same time give themselves a shield that will say, well, at least under Thiefnubu, unemployment in Nigeria dropped down to 4.1%. And you will see them repeat that until they begin to believe it themselves. Even when you are all going about with bows in your hands, begging to survive. Because it's going to get to that stage soon. It's not a wish. I'm going to take a break on that. I'm going to come back to you too. I won't take it to America to tell you the America wonder. Come and see America wonder. America wonder. Come and see. I asked you earlier, I said, have you seen a female bat before? Well, some of you must have, or some of you probably just started Googling it right now to check. What does a female bat look like? Okay. The female bat I am talking about is not that of the real bat animal. It is the bat, woman batty. Okay? I've been a female batty, Adon Obirin, that is about to be unveiled by the university, Chicago State University. This is not going away, ladies and gentlemen. Atiku has been in court in the US, okay? For some reason, he's been asking the Chicago State University to give him a full disclosure on Bola A. Tinubu. According to the record that are partly available in public, Bola A. Tinubu was a girl that enrolled for degree program at the university, Chicago State University. Bola A. Tinubu graduated in 1979 with the record of a girl. Now, the question I was asking myself, maybe some of you are asking yourselves too, was that, isn't this too late? Would this make any difference anymore? Especially that Atiku is the one asking for it as evidence. to present in Nigeria Presidential Election Tribunal. I was asking myself the same thing. Of what use is it? We already know and know. No, we didn't know. We know nothing than the few information that have been out there, thanks to the likes of David Undenyi, who persistently continue to show to us that Pablo Escobar, that is about to become the president of Nigeria, by all means, should never even pass any security check before the election at all in Nigeria. There is a big conspiracy against Nigeria that a lot of you are just about to see, but not many people actually understood or even still understand. There is more. What Atiku is asking for, according to the court's record, is that, listen, that he or she graduated in Chicago University is not even just the issue now. We want to see the record of all, what this Bola A Tinubu, female, used in filling the university form when she enrolled. There must be something. Do you understand? There must be at least somewhere documents, right? Qualifications or something that tells about that student that that is enrolling for a program in any university or college of education or any school at all. So what Atiku is asking for in the U.S. courts, that they subpoenaed the Chicago State University, was that they want to have everything. But surprisingly, person will graduate, it's like some of you who graduated in Unilag, graduated in OOU, graduated in Unsuka, Unsuka bag. Anyway, graduated in Unijust and everywhere you graduated from. And somebody says, they want to go back there and have all your information, including if you graduated there or not. Would you send lawyers to stop them? Let me give you the background. Where Symphony actually, gave a summary coverage of what Atiku is asking for and what Thiefnubu response is. I'll come back and do my own one-on-one analysis as usual. Right? Here, Symphony.
On July 11, Atiku took it a step further when he filed a petition seeking to obtain more information about Tinubu's academic records at the Chicago State University. Documents sought by Atiku through his attorney, Angela Liu, include records of Tinubu's admission and acceptance at the university and dates of attendance, including degrees, awards, and honors he obtained while studying at the American University. Former Nigeria's vice president informed the court in his petition that Tinubu's subpoena was to test the truth and establish the correctness of his claims, adding that he is currently the president of Nigeria but faces a legion of petitions concerning his election and the authenticity of documents relating to his attendance at the Chicago State University, United States. In a counter-move, however, President Tinubu filed a motion to quash the subpoena before the Circuit Court of Cook County, Illinois, Chicago, USA, against a fresh petition by Atiku. Nigeria's president, through his counsel, Victor Henderson, on July 19, asked the court to strike out Atiku's petition, arguing that no judge of the court heard and granted Atiku the subpoena. Tinubu argued that the petition was invalid for providing only 6 days for compliance, less than 14 days provided under Rules 219 and 137 of the Illinois Supreme Court rules. In his words, the PDP chieftain engaged in an improper fishing expedition about a foreign public official utilizing the Illinois court's subpoena power. Meanwhile, the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois Eastern Division has rejected Tinubu's application, saying it has the power to sit over the case instituted by the People's Democratic Party (PDP) presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Atiku Abubakar. According to the court documents, the court established that it has jurisdiction over the matter under U.S. law, which authorizes any interested person to request that a U.S. district court order the discovery of documents and testimony for use in a foreign proceeding from persons who reside or are found within its district. The court therefore held that Atiku satisfied all statutory requirements as he is an interested person. The respondent, Chicago State University, is a public university established and existing under the laws of Illinois, with its principal campus and offices in Chicago. It said it would not hesitate to grant the prayers of Atiku. In November 2022, several months before the presidential elections, an Abuja-based lawyer, Mr. Mike Enahoro Eba, sued Tinubu over alleged certificate forgery, age falsification, and lying on oath. Enahoro Eba alleged in his complaint that Senator Bola Tinubu submitted an affidavit of personal particulars to INEC in June 2022 as part of a required filing to run for president, which included an alleged forged Chicago State University diploma dated June 22, 1979, and other information inconsistent with the Chicago State University documents. Mr. Enahoro Eba stated that after Tinubu made his INEC filing, Enahoro Eba obtained a subpoena from the Circuit Court of Cook County dated August 11, 2022, and served it on Chicago State University, according to papers filed by Atiku in the U.S. court on August 2, 2023, to substantiate the accusation. In response to the subpoena, Chicago State University's registrar, Mr. Caleb Westberg, wrote to Mr. Enahoro Eba's Chicago lawyer, Mr. Matthew J. Cowles, on September 22, 2022, informing Mr. Cowles that the enclosed documentation is all the records we have for Bola A. Tinubu. According to the complaints, the document that accompanied Mr. Westberg's letter included a CSU diploma issued to Tinubu on June 27, 1979. The June 27 diploma allegedly produced by Chicago State University to Mr. Cowles and the June 22 diploma allegedly submitted by Tinubu to INEC are very different documents. In addition to the dates, the documents have different seals, fonts, and language. The June 22 diploma has grammatical errors that the June 27 diploma does not have. They are also signed by different persons who are ostensibly officials of CSU. The June 22 diploma has 3 signatures, one of which purports to be the signature of Dr. Elnora Daniel as president of Chicago State University. The other 2 signatures on the June 22 diploma are illegible. By contrast, the June 27 diploma only has 2 signatures. They purport to be the signatures of Dr. Daniel, again as the president of CSU, and Dr. Neva Lubin as the chairperson of the Board of Trustees compare. According to the documents produced by Chicago State University, the Bola Tinubu who attended CSU was born in 1954, while according to the information provided to INEC, Mr. Tinubu was born in 1952. On August 16, People's Gazette reported that a U.S. court had set August 23 as the deadline for Tinubu to present persuasive arguments as to why Chicago State University should not be ordered to release his academic records to Atiku Abubakar, his rival, in the February 25 presidential election in Nigeria. The deadline, contained in court filings, seen by People's Gazette, was imposed on August 9 by Jeffrey Gilbert, the new magistrate judge assigned to the case at the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Illinois.
Northern District of Illinois. Pablo Escobar, according to the video you just watched, right? I'll show you something. Pablo Escobar perjured himself when he presented fake certificates. And just as described in that video, on the right hand, is what is believed to be the fake INEC certificate, the certificate Thiefnubu submitted to INEC, which according to investigation was picked up from here, Pinterest. For those of you who are regular users of Pinterest, you can find any logo there or kind of get all of them mishmashed together. So Thiefnubu submitted a Pinterest, what do you call it, logo. Developed a diploma certificate, right? And when the Chicago State University released their own original, which says Bola A Tinubu, right? It is completely different from what Thiefnubu submitted. Everything forged. So why would you not want the court? I mean, why would you not want the school to release your details if you actually went there? The reason is because it probably didn't. Now, Kalu has responded. In his response, he said his own data, okay, that whether it's a male or female or what have you, that was an error done by the clerk of the university. When Chicago State University responded to the subpoena of Atiku in the US, they categorically stated that Atiku was asking for this document because of the ongoing court case in Nigeria. And they may not have an idea if this is going to be of any help when the time to submit evidence has passed in the tribunal. But Atiku's lawyers argued that tribunal is just the first phase of the legal battle over the election. So any evidence presented by the university will be still useful in furthering the nailing of Thiefnubu, even if it's going to be at the Supreme Court. That's their own argument. Now, you, Thiefnubu, the law says we are to give all of these details to Atiku. But the law also says that we should respect the confidentiality, privacy of our own students, past or present, our alumni and all of them. Sure you get? So, we are giving you that chance to stop Atiku from asking for these documents. Because once the court says, give it to him, there is no end to what we have to give to Atiku. We have to present all of the manuscript of your attendance, to your school attendance, everything you participated in. If you bought popcorn, the receipt of that popcorn in 1960, or whatever, sorry, 1970, whatever, we have to produce everything for Atiku. So that is when Kalu went there and said, Atiku is just fishing. That whatever he is asking for in the US is not useful anymore to this court case. That the court should what? Should throw Atiku's request out. So that failed yesterday. So Thiefnubu need to now tell them more why the Chicago State University should not release those documents. Because the argument there is that it is Oluwole Ori Olori. There are so many stories behind this. Okay? The reason why they couldn't get his date of birth right, was he born in 1954 or was he born in 1952? Was he a girl or was he actually a boy that they mixed up his data when he was doing his admission? How long has Thiefnubu himself noticed that his own document from the university he graduated from has that error when he knows he was going to be running to be president of Nigeria? How much of this do they actually put away? And that is why it becomes more interesting, like, Homo, we are now interested. Oh yeah, tell us, who be this guy? in the early document that has been made public, is already showing that Bola A Tinubu, is already showing that Bola A Tinubu is also an American, which means, if that is this Tinubu, he is also an American. He's Nigerian, he's American, and he's also a Guinean. So all this complication, all this complicated, and then what do you call it? Unexplainable puzzle of who be this Nigeria president? Who be this guy? It becomes more and more and more. And for those who are very good in script writing, you might be having the blockbuster on your hands. Seriously, who is Thiefnubu? So all these revelations that are going to end up coming out, right? They are going to be very good for a what do you call it, for a blockbuster movie or series. So we are what? We are interested. Now back to that letter. Sorry. So according to, I kind of like to read them in parts so that you can know what and what is the position, or should I say the context for what you are currently watching, right? So yeah, according to court documents, respondent Chicago State University's response to application pursuant to this, right? So the university, that's second underlined paragraph, yeah. The university differs to intervene at Tinubu, right? Tinubu's concerning privacy and then relevancy issues, okay? So Bola Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, graduated from the university in 1979, according to their record. Then of his, one moment. Anyway, they are so tiny, I'm sorry. So going forward, you have the second paragraph under that place that reads, what do you call it? The resident record, or should I say, the student record rather, as Abubakar seeks from the university via documents subpoena, which is document 11, and the information Abubakar seek the university to provide pursuant to disposition, subpoena, blah, 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 and go to the next one. So similarly, the university differs to Tinubu on whether any of discovery information here is appropriate under blah, blah, blah. Now, Nigeria, as well as it is relevant to the pending Nigeria proceeding. The university struggles to understand how, given that Tinubu did in fact graduate from the university in 1979, Tinubu's grades and other student records from the 1970s and dates and signatory information on subsequently issued ceremonial diplomas, right, could possibly have been on the 2023 elections challenge in a foreign country. Let's go to the next one. In a record conference with, where's that one? Yeah, with Abubakar's counsel about the application. Abubakar's counsel confirmed the evidentiary sort of phase of the Nigerian proceeding as concluded, but that the information sought in the application might be introduced in appellate proceedings to come. So the university respectfully requests these courts enrolling on the application sensitize both the actual states of the Nigerian proceeding and the likelihood that any discovery information provided by the university would in fact be considered in the Nigerian proceeding. So in a nutshell, the Chicago State University are saying, if you're asking for this name, this record, And this man that is now the president of Nigeria, our record shows that he actually attended our university. That's exactly what he said. Why did he have to forge the certificates then? But a lot of people know why. So if Oyinbo don't know about Tori Olori and the rest, with their record, we can get to know if it was the Thiefnubu, the Pablo Escobar of Nigeria that actually attended Chicago State University. There's going to be more on it, you know that, yeah? Yeah, there will be. So back to Nigeria. Let's leave Chicago a bit. Let's go to Nigeria. I don't know how many of you have been noticing that there seems to be this trend in the last few days, within the APC, their youth wing. And this sort of a feud started brewing after Thiefnubu changed the 70-year-old man that he appointed as the Minister of Youth and Sports. Remember that old guy? He has now reassigned him to Ministry of Niger Delta. Okay? So which then automatically make the Ministry of Youth and Sports currently vacant. Now they have been dancing naked on social media, especially on X, formerly Twitter, where some of them started a campaign. At first, the campaign was if Thiefnubu should show something show a lot of encouragement or sort of to encourage the young people, especially for his vision for young people. I don't know Thiefnubu's vision for young people than for you to be Agbero anyway, right? So they started a campaign on social media asking Thiefnubu to make the chairman, the general, the commandant general of the Jagaban army, their APC, Egbekegbe's youth leader, Dayo Israel, the Redeemed Church pastor, Dayo Israel, that the guy that started the Yoruba Ronu when they lost Lagos, the one that started threatening the Lagos State civil servants, started threatening the Lagos State political appointee when the obedience used the face of their landlord, Thiefnubu, and the entire political structure of Thiefnubu in Lagos State, and they used their face to brush the pavement, brush the road, all everywhere bleeding and all of that. You remember that day now? And he started shouting Yoruba Ronu, and that became the slur word that triggered all those tribal jingoists, ethnic jingoists, that they told the Igbos to leave Yoruba land. That guy, that same bigot, that Redeemed Church pastor, Dayo Israel, he has been promoted by his own, whether he paid them or something, I don't know. But suddenly this campaign just started like, Thiefnubu must make him the president of, he must make them the president of the youth by making him the minister for youth and sports. He knows the job. He carries everybody along. He's this and that. He's #1 Nigerian, blah, blah. Anyway, sure. Then it will make sense. Like, you know, we saw them during the entire charade called the election. Sure you get. And we saw how much they are all waiting for their own turn of the slice of the cake. Do you remember when they were fighting over those who they called the Jagaban army across Nigeria? And they called them, they were supposed to be the youth wing, and they were fighting over position that the Yorubas is giving the position to Yorubas. He's not giving it to Fulanis. He's giving the you remember those times, we saw all those shop by shop youth. They call them the youth. Those are the youth too. Anyway, APC youth too. So they started fighting. And they didn't fight at first. Then surprisingly, Baba, another campaign just started. No. Seyi Tinubu did the best job. Seyi Tinubu is the #1 youth in Nigeria today. Seyi Tinubu turned so many people to support his father. There are so many young people that have supported Thiefnubu, and they are not member of APC. So Seyi Thiefnubu must be given that honor to choose the Nigerian Minister for Youth and Sports. Another campaign. Kilo 2 shall people. What are you saying, Koyemio? Are you saying Thiefnubu should be made the minister for youth and sports? Or Thiefnubu should choose who should be Nigeria minister of sports and youth? I mean, youth and sports. So I can't take my time to study them very well. Okay, let me try and understand all of them, both sides. So it was later I realized that they are as confused as God knows which camp and which camp are pushing this, because they need somebody from their camp to be the president of the Nigerian youth and sports. Because minister is like the governor of the youth and sports, you know. And over time, you know, you have been so unfortunate with rogues, criminals, Nigerians who are into different kind of sports, football, athletics, and the rest of them. They ended up being disgraced, being left stranded at different international competitions because of corruption of youth and sport. But now, Monisha, anyway, and if you notice that your Israel, during that Sharid election, a lot of you who are Christians, who are indeed genuine Christians, you will personally remember how embarrassed you felt looking at somebody who was supposed to be an embodiment of Christ. Do you see why I told you that anytime you will allow them to use religion, to use that religion gaslighting, because you are a Christian now, you should be offended when they are talking about criminals who are also disguising as yourselves, but they are politicians, part of the criminal enterprise of Nigeria. So when they begin to get trashed, because you are connected to them by blood of Jesus, because you are connected to them by the, by the bravery and then the vibrancy of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That thing you said just now, Mayegun, that is very insulting to Christian. That is very insulting to a Muslim. Christian ati Muslim. I am talking about criminals that you know them, whether they are your pastors, or whether they are your imam, you know them and their criminality. And I'm talking about their involvement in what Nigeria has become. Then we really want to remind me of, I should be careful about your Christianity and your Islam. Sure, pass the boundary that way. We all know that your Israel, the divisive one, is a pastor in Redeemed Church of Christ in Nigeria. The one that started the anti-Igbo law that led to the killing of 2 innocent people in Lagos. It's on record, though. They killed 2 people in Lagos after they got beaten blue-black in the presidential election. That same guy is kind of so worried that some people don't want him to be the Minister of Youth under Pablo Escobar. So they started the campaign. But what's unity Thiefnubu? Like, in Papa is the one that is the president. His own stepmother is the one that is the first lady. Now, if they don't feel like he should be minister, Lagos Abobakuyi. What happened to these Oshogbo Alimajiris? You know why I call them crumb beaters, crumb chasers, ass lickers, and all right, sass. This is why. The campaign shall get so heated. It became Thiefnubu camp versus Dayo Israel camp. And there is nothing they haven't said about themselves. You see everything I just said now about Dayo Israel. In fact, Allah, I am being generous. I'm being nice. There is no horrible name they haven't called Dayo Israel, their own APC youth leader. He is so selfish. He's so self-centered. Everything, he wants everything around him. Any small thing, they want to do youth debate. He quickly jumped there to go and represent because he always wants to be the one. I don't even know what. You don't make him a minister. We don't want that kind of person. No. We prefer ST. ST is very accommodating. ST is so influential. ST is into media, advertising. ST is kind of, so if ST cannot be the minister, ST should be given the honor to choose Nigeria Minister of Youth and Sport. Yes. How many of you are ready to support this? And so the youth leaders of different states came together we all support it. Tinubu is going to be our choice as minister. Remember that Tinubu said he was going to employ 10,000 people, 10,000 youth who knows how to skate. If you don't know how to skate, you better go and learn how to skate, roller skater, because Ishemato Deo. The guy is very, very genius like his father. The guy is a very brainiac. There are many, many brilliant, cool-headed APC, Egbekegbe youth that can be minister. They are fighting between themselves, not me. Me, I'm just kind of relaying this scenario to you, before you begin to be like, I'm lost. What's it? I'm telling you. No, it's out there. Everything is on social media there. The next thing, even if not you, if you are one of those labo, one of those ass lickers, crumb eaters, crumb chasers, or even if you are an aspiring, what do you call it? Oraisa, aspiring ombud slaves, aspiring sophisticated moron. Baba, they can't put Dayo Israel. They can't push Thiefnubu. They say, yeah, everybody queue behind them. Baba, even if Dayo Israel is your brother, you know, go join those ones where go collect quick cash, quick money. My president Ilua, you get this guy who just made the music. What's that guy's name? Lege. Have you seen that Lege video? That he's wearing a pants. He's wearing pants. And he's singing about Lemi, Lebami, Emi Lege, my president Ilua. Have you seen that video? So if they put my president and they put Israel, which way you go? Now Israel you go follow. I be my president. So this APC, Egbekegbe youth leaders from across the state across Nigeria, they now did a meeting. They were supposed to be loyal to their chairman, to their own youth leader. That your Israel is their leader. Is the one that's supposed to be their normal leader by respecting hierarchy. State youth leader of APC, Egbekegbe, they now did a meeting. In their meeting, they now wrote to Thiefnubu, Mr. President, we want you to make your son, Sheyi, the Minister for Youth and Sport. Or we want you to give him the honor to choose the Minister of Sport so that he can choose one of us. We'll read the letter. Here. So according to them, Your Excellency, Mr. President Thiefnubu, the Forum of Youth Leaders of all APC, comprising of the 36 states and the FCT, wishes to commend the current administration led by Excellency Bola A Thiefnubu, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for being youth-friendly in the discharge of his responsibilities as the President of the country, particularly his youth-friendly policies so far. Baba Shenra awala tenuje, as lickers, crumb eaters. So you read the word for word. Though. Anyway, they shall try to strike the ego of Thiefnubu because they won't tell and say his son. Anyway, they said the forum, having observed that the strength of success of this administration depends largely on the viability of the youth ministry. So it's requesting for a careful consideration of the personality of the would-be Minister of Youth to be in tandem with the peculiar character of the youth in terms of in terms of ability to network, ability to share crumbs with the segments of the contribution, nonsense talk, contribution of the youth ministry to case youth agitation, what is this one again? To case youth agitation across the country. It's like to control youth agitation. They don't say everybody they mad, Abby. Right now with them. So based on the above premise, we are pleading with the president and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola A, Thiefnubu, to allow one of our own, His Excellency, the youthful and Your Excellency, blah, 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 that's Sheyi Thiefnubu, right? Now, in this way, they continue to say, Your Excellency, sir, it will interest you to note that His Excellency, Sheyi Thiefnubu, as they are calling Sheyi Excellency. Your youth leader, Nigeria youth leader, come and shop. Come and shop youth. Bunch of, what do you call it? Hungry beggars, political jobbers. These are the problems. So now them Nigeria they feed. If you see that your Israel now, it don't get belly. You know that it don't get belly anyway. So they are calling Sheyi Thiefnubu Excellency, right? And there is more connected to the youth, and all of them signed. You see all their signature. We will thank you for the privilege and confidence so far extended to the youth constituency. It is our prayers that you consider our appeal on this very important matter. We wish you continued greatness and success in the service of our mother. You see the people, you see the youth, the Nigeria youth. Now them, they abuse me, see how they insult elders. You, this Mayego, you lack home training. Come on. I mean, we are Yorubas. We're supposed to respect elders. You they see the sycophants. You they see the ass lickers. Now those ass lickers go come grow old now. All the children that they are giving birth to today, in 20 years time, 30 years time, now these sycophants, beggars, political jobbers, ass lickers, now them go come be in their own 60s then. And they will say, the children that are going to be born right now, they will say they don't have respect for them. You can grow up, you will grow up now and respect this kind of people because they are older, Abi. Because the culture, the tradition say you should have to respect your elders. So these ones go grow old now in their 60s, 70s, 30 years time, 40 years time. When the result of all their thievery, gluttonic, their gluttony, insatiable, and then bottomless stomach, they agreed in this their youthful age. Atenuje, and onijekuje. Onijekuje. Job, they no go do. Productivity, they no get. Baba, give us this. We have connection with people. We need to calm the people, the youth in this country. We need somebody who is going to control the people, control the youth. There's somebody that is also a youth. Somebody that can be organizing roadshow for us. We can go skating. Okay? We can do Instagram. It can be on Instagram with us. We can all, you know what I mean? I'm a president. Our youth, It is the same thing with those ones you are calling leaders today, elders, because they get age. Then be 60, 70. Mabumi, don't insult me. If you rewind back their lives, majority of them either got sort of a conditioned and they gave up, submitted, and they became part of the problem, or they are actually the problem. They are in their 60s, 70s now. They are asking us not to insult them. But when they were at our own age, when they were younger like us, in their 20s, in their 30s, they were not struggling to get placement, better life in that country. That time, they are older now. A lot of us have become their what? We have become their specimen of the guinea pig. They are now asking us to respect them. You need to show respect, Mayegu. And those of you, Olori Brukus, that are sending me personal messages, listen to me. Like I told you, anything I say, anything that comes out of my mouth, is not coincidence, it's not error, it's not gaffe, it's not like, oh, I'm sorry, that's not what I wanted to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize to all my Christian brothers and sisters, especially my deeper life brothers and sisters. Please forgive me. I want to apologize to my Muslim brothers and sisters, especially the jihadist Ilorin Afas. Please come and forgive me. I made a mistake about what I said. It's not my fault. It's just that, you know, please, I am your abolori brukuniya tenyatafa pastor. I always make myself very clear. Anything that comes out of my mouth is what I actually want to say. And if I have a chance of remembering and repeating them, I will repeat them. You know the worst you can do? The worst you can do is to sue me. That's all. Jody, go other drama, go other advice, yeah. All those things that you are sending me messages and am I going to advise you? Am I going and I love you so much, yo? Am I going and I respect you so much, yo? Abolori brukuni wati love ati respect yani. Look at me very well now. For the past 10 years, I never gave a damn about your respect and your world of view, especially when it comes with condition. Abolori brukuni wati conditioner, love and respect yani. Here you get. You don't send me messages and tell me that you are advising me. Do you understand? Nothing I said is an error or any mistake. Or a slip of tongue. If I mention your papa name as part of those who are criminals in Nigeria, Baba, it's not an error. If you don't like him, you go sue me. Be careful of Holy Spirit. Be careful of curses. Abolori brukuni wati pastor yini. You better tell your pastor to be careful of Mayegun, because one of these days, you are not going to see them as who they want you to see them as anymore. One day they will be talking on the pulpit, right? You are going to go there and slap them and say, stop this nonsense, Olori Bruku, you are lying to us. So if there's anybody that anybody should be careful of, now your pastor and your woli, now you and your religion should be very careful. Don't let them continue to drag you and your belief in your religion to defending criminals. Emi Mayegun will fear anybody. You don't understand, Dini? I know what I'm going to say that is going to put me in a legal problem. I know that. I'm not stupid. But most of that day, I say something. You message me, say you advise me. Mayegun, I've been watching you for a long time. But you see what you did tonight. Some people may be hailing you. Some Abolori Brukunieni. Now today, people they express themselves and say, I agree with you, Mayegun. Shake me for one. So are you new to that? That I'm speaking out and thousands of other people felt same way. And they say, you know what I mean? You are seeing that I will advice me. On send the message to me to Kumu, on send message to me to Olori Bruku, thank penny pastor. I love you so much. Do you think you are going to be the first person to tell me, Pemo, I am proud? This my ego is very proud. It's becoming proud. This my ego is very rude. You won't be the first person. You this my ego Baba, I tell you, not be today, Olori Brukuyin, that you are already throwing your families under the buses in defense of the criminals who want to keep you enslaved for the rest of your lives, including your children. I advise you, you need advice. The best you can do is to sue me. You can sue me anywhere. You don't know that. Your pastor, your useless pastors that are threatening you in Nigeria, majority of them cannot enter this UK without going to jail. Why? They thought it's Nigeria. Abi? So your own fear and everything. Ogbenimaki and Pami. If I dey go fire, Baba, say if I dey go fire, they go say me you can't share them with me. Oh, they can't pata. You don't understand. Don't private advice. I don't need advice. And you lori bruku and you were hypocrite. Share anyone very big favor. You don't need to listen to me. Your pastors are those who are your pastors are not those religionists. They are those who should be very careful of Mayegun. Because one day, the people will rise against them too. All this fear, all these things, they will no longer matter anymore that time. And that is why they should be careful of Mayegun Kokoshidanu. You know? Those are the people who are going to grow old and they'll be asking you for respect. Young people looking for replacement in the political structure. What they can get from it by becoming praise singers, vuvuzelas, lying to themselves, telling you that what they are saying is just give them chance. Give full chance. Give criminals chance to perfect their scheme, deal with you, then turn around and blame you. Tell them why. I have told you, you know owe me anything, no? Sure, you know. I appreciate all of you who love Mayegun. I'll keep reminding you. I appreciate you so much that you actually really, genuinely, unconditionally love Mayegun. I know all of you who does. Sure you get. But you don't owe me anything. You don't owe me anything. I was just about 17 years old. 17-year-old boy when my grandfather told me. I told you this story and I'm going to say it again. My grandfather told me that beating you is a waste, it's useless. I was a very stubborn boy. And he was always like, showing the macho, the man. Sit down there, sit down there. Oh yeah, sleep down there. And all of that down. But it doesn't change anything. I'm still me, the same me, Sheyi. Then one day he called me. I was about 17. And he said, listen, beating you or doing anything is a waste of time. But let me tell you one story. Let me tell you one scenario here. Anyone who try to beat you or try to correct you from going astray, they are doing you a favor, no matter how you see it. But if it's no longer making any impact on you, then you are on your own. On your own means, the old man told me, said, you see this life, nobody owes you anything. Everything you want to get or take from this world, you must earn it. As you lay your bed, so you lie on it. Before I can say, where is this? I must earn it. So that all of you, whether you stumbled on Mayegun's Diary Political, whether somebody recommended the Mayegun's Diary Political to you, it doesn't really matter anymore. You are here. And somehow, you have kind of loved Mayegun. I love this guy. Because I'm saying something that kind of settles with you. Yeah, Mayegun, you are right. I agree with you. No. Don't always agree with me. Because you owe me nothing. So if you now turn around and you start saying, and I love this guy before, Baba, me owe me anything. Man, I need to unfollow this guy. I don't know that this is how this, Baba, shh, kia, bye. Man, I regret that I have been listening to this guy. Baba, again, listen, all of that are on you. Because when you turn on your device and Mayegun showed up on your screen, Baba, whatever you start hearing from Mayegun's mouth, it doesn't matter whether it is talking about people you feel like you respect or people you feel like it's non-issue. That is not on you. That is why you don't owe me anything. If you can turn around and start abusing me, you won't be the first. And of course, you will never be the last. But you know something that will never change? It is Mayegun. I will never change. I'll call it what it is. If you feel offended, if you are so triggered, Baba, stop punishing yourself. Approach any court. You can sue me from anywhere in the world. I will be served. And I can sue you too. Do you understand? When you sue me, I can also sue you in any part of the world. So it can be case to case. As you are challenging me on this, I will be challenging you on that. That is what I always expect. Not all this empty threat, empty pangolo noise that you wanted to use in defending the criminals that we all believe that it doesn't matter how old they are. It doesn't matter their own kind of scheme. If you are a criminal, Baba, criminal here, janduku here. Egbe baba e mani ko ni da fún yín sir. Mo ni janduku ni abe nṣire ni sir. Kin ko je to re jegbe baba mi. Ani janduku ni ba repeat ebe mani ko gba iti yin. That's how you will be treated. That ti wa dagba nsin because you are now old. If we have the time travel, go back to the useless life, some of you who continue to encourage this criminality. If we go back to your life 30, 40 years ago, useless life, no. Now you are old, you are entitled. You are asking us to respect you. Anyway, we have seen that part. And we are waiting for Kolu to give these people bread. You get before they kill themselves. That your Israel is a 419. that your Israel is a selfish, that your Israel is a liar, that your Israel is giniko, that your Israel. What is the Gbogbo trait? Which of them is different from that of Kolu? Esprit de corps. That your Israel is a liar, that your Israel is a thief, that your Israel is giniko, all this nonsense. Emma Parayi, Thiefnubu should find something for you. Keto Parayi danu. Whether, because whatever happened, me, I will report it. It's similar to what happened in Abuja. I know some of you have been reading the story of, what do you call it? 300 million naira car for Minister of the FCT. Anyway, somebody posted the list of exotic cars in Nigeria. So what if Wiriwike has been given is called the Lexus LX 600. 2023. And according to this price, the one that is not a bulletproof, that one is 260 million naira. The one that is coated and is a bulletproof, they say that one is 300 million naira. So now 40 million bulletproof. So somebody now accosted Wiriwike. Mr. Wiriwike, we heard that you said the insecurity in Abuja is caused by the Agbado sellers. So, Mr. Wiriwike, if Agbado sellers are those behind insecurity in Abuja, is it also those Agbado sellers that possibly are spreading the rumor that you bought a 300 million naira car, bulletproof? And is Wiriwike is back on the scene, and you're going to see more of him, like I told you. All right? You're going to see more of him, the drama and the show off and all of that, by the way, right? So, when he was stopped, his answer, ladies and gentlemen, I think I picked that earlier. Here.
I can see what's going on social media, how you bought a car, bulletproof car of 300 million naira that I'm using. So I want you to go and hit your hand there and see really whether it is a treated car. With all due respect, people should be careful not to destroy other people. So when I came, the permanent secretary said they have a car for us and that the car we use is this. So I have never approved any car to be bought, and I'm not using official bulletproof car, no. When I have cars as governor, yes. As I was governor, well, what do you expect? I should have what? So, but I'm not using bulletproof car as FCT minister. So we should report the right thing and not to destroy ourselves. So I want you to take a look at that car where you have a flag, whether it is bulletproof car. Thank you. You see how they guys do it. When you go to them, I want to do
So we asked the journalist to go and hit their head on the car and see if it's bulletproof or not. Then he took them to the car and said, look at it. It's a bulletproof car. I didn't buy it. They gave it to me as a minister. 260 million naira car. As a minister. Of course, like you will say, well, it's not his fault. It's official car. It could have been for anybody else. They play. Shubo. I didn't say he bought it, but I'm just like, that's just a tip of what you are still going to witness in that Thiefnubu's Nigeria. Ridiculous things like that. That the permanent secretary of a ministry will have the clearance without minister or anything, the clearance to spend over 500 million naira on cars, official car for the convoy of the minister. Like somebody approved that, and that money was paid, and the car was supplied. And here you are. It's not a bulletproof car. Is this one a bulletproof car? I am a former governor. I have cars. So what are you talking about? Is this one a bulletproof? It's just a 260 million naira car. And if I wasn't the FCT minister, anybody could have owned the car. So let us not destroy people. Stop destroying people. Let's not destroy ourselves. Okay? But let's not destroy ourselves. $260 million naira on car. When some of you can, when you have car of 10 million naira, you are like in luxury. Even in Nigeria, as bad as it is right now, if you have a 10 million naira car or 15 million naira car, you yourself know say more. Island every weekend. They want Tal Island. To alone 260 million. How much is 1 billion naira? How much is income? Akpabiole is asking for 1 billion naira so that they can buy him his own vehicles as Senate president. He is also asking for another 10 billion naira that they would have to use to buy the same convoy for him in Uyo, one in Lagos, another convoy in Abuja, special reserve for the Senate president. They want to spend almost 20 billion naira on cars for the Senate president, vice Senate, deputy Senate president, speaker, deputy speaker, and the leadership. They call them the National Assembly leadership. And these are guys who have been driving automobiles that are in their hundreds of millions of naira from their previous offices, but they are rebudgeting again. And they are also telling Nigerians that they are here to make your economy recover, and you believe them. So something happened in Gariki, in Abuja last night, and that was a 2-story building that suddenly collapsed. And when the wiki was there, I mean, you know, like, you can always give that to him. All right? So he has ordered. Anyway, let's go there. 2 people died, by the way. And so far, they said about 37 people are injured. Others are saying, well, they're still clearing the rumble and all of that. You know, well, officially, they confirmed this that 2 people died at the crash site as at this morning. But here, just so you kind of have a look. So that was the scene. Then I think this morning, right, when they were clearing the whole place and all of that before the arrival of Wiki. So, and today, Wiki was there, where he ordered the arrest of the owner of the building. I don't know what that's going to probably do or change, but it's a typical thing in Nigeria to show walking. Just arrest him and prosecute him and all of that. I come out here, arrest him. Kind of. But he was there, like, you know.
The permanent secretary, the directors of the Commissioner of Police and other security agencies, all the five agencies and the FCC come to support the cause of the rescue of those who are alive or their traditional rulers. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It's most unfortunate that we woke up the ceremony to hear this very discerning news. It is not what we contemplated. We have had our schedule for this morning before we were told. Let me thank all the agencies, particularly Nema and Tema, that have supported us to rescue not less than 32 lives. It's unfortunate for the two that are dead. I will please give to the permanent secretary to make sure that funds are raised to pay the hospital bills of those who are rescued, so that we don't want to hear any organization or whatever person has passed on. And that should be done immediately. Secondly, these are the things we have been saying. Nobody knows whose turn it will be. And therefore it is important that when government says they will take action on certain areas that we believe that illegal development, or even buildings that do not comply with the standard rules. It is not as if anybody has any personal vendetta. But for God, we have lost virtually everybody. And this is what we are trying to do. I do not know why it has taken long that the FCTA did not research.
You get it? You get it? You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Okay? It's called show walking. Show, like, say you share the FCT authority that should certify if a building is worthy of occupying. But because they are all corrupt and still corrupt, somebody ignored that. People are now dead. And instead of them to actually start doing the right thing, it will turn to another corrupt avenue. Then now the landlord with the arrest. Now that one go tell you the story. They have already demolished the house and the rest. Now it will begin to bribe the police, the government official, and the rest of them, so as for them to release back his house. Sorry, the land. He can go back and rebuild and do all of that. And at the end of the day, now people will die. It happens all the times in Lagos and everywhere. They have declared the owners of the house wanted. That's the last thing you're going to hear about it. After that, until another building collapses. Another building has collapsed again. Oh, hey, 20 people trapped. Oh, 2 people don't die again. They say now they have to arrest all these developers. Oh, they have arrested the developer of the house that collapsed in Wuse. So what happened after that? Oh, I have seen them. They have started rebuilding that place in Wuse. If I say they have started rebuilding that house that collapsed in Lagos. Really? Have they jailed the owner? Baba na Nigeria, Jare, forget the story. Jail who? They have started rebuilding the place. Now people who died. That's it. It is called show walking. Just go there and make it look like, it will teach you a lesson. You know? Because the same with the wiki has already said that they are not going to allow the roaming of cows in Abuja. Abino Biso, with the wiki.
Who consult?
with stakeholders, indigenous and residents. We will consult before we do such other things. We will consult and talk with the herdsmen to see how we will stop. Because we cannot allow cows inside the city. It can be outside the city. That is what is supposed to be done. Because the grasses are outside the city. The grasses are not here. These are grasses we planted to beautify the city. It is not that one that they will eat. The one that we eat is the ones in the area. So we'll make it, we'll discuss. It's important. I mean, let us say it. You are driving towards the villa. Take for example, I see about 20, 30 cows goat. How if somebody, foreigners, they just come and see that, how would they feel? I say, what kind of city is there? So the truth must be told. It's not about anybody. We're not saying it shouldn't be Abaji, Kuche, no. So that, but we have to discuss with them. We won't think.
We cannot allow the cows to come to the city. If foreigners come to Nigeria now and they begin to see all these things, they will be like, which kind of country be this? But the people who are in Abaji, people who are in Gwagwalada, they are not human beings. Cows can go to them. Like I said, it is called show walking. Show like say you they walk. Oh yeah, talk. You see that solution? We cannot allow cows to come into the city. Everybody, all the cows can go to Abaji, Gwagwalada. Very, very lovely idea. Wirewike is so smart too. As long as there is no cow in the city. But cow can be in Abaji. The cows can go to Gwagwalada. No, like that. Those are the clowns. You know? But they have people who actually believe them. You know, Nigerians, a lot of them don't even understand what is called human capital development. They are calling him Mr. Project because, of course, it's going to begin to build bridges. It's going to begin to build culverts for them. It's going to begin to build structures here and there for them, where hungry, jobless Nigerians can continue to roam around them. They have no idea about what is called human capital development. They have no idea of how to create that same kind of wealth. As long as you can give them something to eat. As one second though. As crumb eaters, as lickers, crumb chasers, or ricers, you don't owe them too much responsibility. As long as you can give them full food. As long as you can find them something. As long as they can see that you are building bridges. That's it. And that is one of the saddest calamity that has befallen Nigeria and Nigerians. The criminals understand the concept of laundering money through elephant projects, you say. They invest a lot in that, even though they have no intention of completing them. When it comes to the human capacity, investing in people, investing in their education, investing in their manufacturing, investing in a job, good paying jobs for them, that one is going to be too much. I'm just saying. And then you have the media in Nigeria. Oh, bless you. After they have done all the looting, all the criminality and everything, then they put up a spectacle. They put up a spectacle, a show. A kind of a show that makes it look like, listen, we are fighting corruption too to stop all these things, in case if you don't know. But those who knows them very well, knows when they are putting up a circus show or a kind of a big spectacle, like the one you have with Emefiole. Showore, help me. I won't go make fresh tea. Showore, go intercede for me here. I will continue where Showore stops.
Central Bank Governor of Nigeria was declared a terrorist. If it happens in America, the stock market will collapse. I'm telling you. But all of you are pretending that your central bank governor and those who are managing your monetary policies are doing your bidding. They are not. They are just glorified Burundi change organizations. And until the Nigerian economy serves the Nigerian people in such a way that the Norwegian economy serves the Norwegian people, what they call Nordic socialism, you are not going to get anywhere. In Denmark, students are paid to go to school. In Nigeria, you close down your schools for 9 months and you are expecting progress. The doctors that the structural adjustment programs asked you not to train in the 90s when I was at the University of Lagos, when we did at the Sapphire, some of you participated in it, that they said don't invest in education. They are taking 8,000 of the doctors to go and protect the health and economy of America, Canada, and the United States. And nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about the millionaires and billionaires who are making billions that made us have the highest number of private jets in the country, whereas the structural adjustment program told you to sell the Nigerian Airways that had 27 aircraft. If we had kept the Nigerian Airways like the Saudis kept their own, by now we'll probably have more aircraft than Ethiopia. But if you want to travel to America today, you have to go to Ethiopia first before they start heading you to America, because you ruined your country with people who have no knowledge. But one last thing I will say is that a knowledge-based economy is what we need. And I want to say it publicly. I'm not apologetic about it. You can take me to prison anytime. I'll be happy to go back. That the leaders of Nigeria are economic terrorists. That's the truth. They are terrorizing our economy. They are terrorizing our treasury. They are terrorizing workers by paying them slave wages. They are terrorizing young people by ensuring they don't have jobs. They are terrorizing those who they claim are disabled, but they are the ones who win Olympic gold. When we go to the Olympics, the so-called able people have never been.
Show the vintage, our own legendary vintage show. Somebody sent me a message that, Mike, what happened? Now, why are you not bringing Shore again and all that? I'm like, come on, don't make it look like Shore is just like an object. I'm just gonna like bring and say, yeah, Shore, come here. Let's, he's Mr. President as well, right? But I've not actually offered him, and probably I would very soon. But listen to that, very clear. You are dealing, you have economic terrorists as your leaders. They are bleeding Nigeria, and they are building different world for themselves inside Nigeria. And here we are. A lot of you are still asking questions. What should we do? Baba, you stole my thing. You are using my thing. I can see it, and I'm living there in squalor. And somebody is asking me, what would you do? What should you do? If I ask you, what should you do? Anyway, talking about the media. Have you heard the news where they are saying that appeal court has declared Lamidiot Apampas as the real and authentic Labour Party chairman? Have you seen that? Well, some of you will quickly say Nigeria media is useless. Because me, I don't know where appeal court and appeal court, they give ruling twice. But when they mentioned the person behind it, it can't make sense. Just about last week, let's see if it's like I screenshotted one. Hang on. You see the one on the left? That was 10 days ago. Appeal court affirmed Abure as Labour Party chairman. Apapa faction kick. Same newspaper. 10 days later. Appeal court sack Abure. Affirms Apapa as Labour Party national chairman in that same Nigeria. Punch. Do you see how useless the media can be? But make I help you waiting happen. Can you use appeal to appeal, or you just go straight to the Supreme Court after appeal. I'll give you this background. May not be like, sir, they ask you too many questions. Maybe say some of you don't even have answers to, or don't even know how to answer. La Diota Pampas from nowhere suddenly surfaced when Peter Obi took his petition to the Presidential Election Tribunal and challenging Thiefnubu's declared illegitimate victory. Now, having been the talk and the trend of the time, where a lot of interest started kind of happening, Apapa surfaced and said he was the authentic chairman of Labour Party because Abure has been suspended. It all started like a joke. Who is this man? What the hell? Like, what's going on? Like, why would anybody even offer to play this kind of role? Having been in Nigeria themselves. Like, why would you want to do this? Well, it all started when they said they were not targeting Peter Obi. They just want to do the right thing. So they went to court and asked a court to stop Abure from parading himself. So they imposed a sort of a court order on Abure not to parade himself as chairman until he can prove that he is actually the chairman. So the case started. While they are there fighting that case on the side, the embargo placed on Abure lapsed, which means the court lifted that after some time. But before the court lifted that, remember, Abure is still in court, appealing whatever charges or whatever they have with him in their party. So Abure Kubu, sorry, before the court lifted that, Lami Diota Papa came out and said all of the Labour Party lawyers that are currently prosecuting any election matter, whether it is for House of Assembly, whether it is for the Reps, National Assembly, or those who are actually working for Peter Obi, that they must all report to him to come and brief him because he is the new chairman. You remember that time? And they just laughed at him. He became that clown. And in fact, he caused enough distraction until he got beaten. They beat him up. Obedient beat him up in Abuja. Now, when he got beaten up, this is a man that is coming from nowhere. They said he was the chairman of the tankers drivers of Nigeria in the Nigeria Labour Congress caucus, which gives him the chance to be member of a Labour Party as a political party. Some said he is a rich man, having been a tanker driver or the chairman of the tanker drivers in Nigeria, petrol tanker drivers. Anyway, long story short, a lot of people were interested. Who is this Apapa? What was his goal? Until the day he said, Peter Obi, as well as everybody who contested under Labour Party, that they were not legally waived or cleared. Therefore, if they know what is best for them, they should all go and withdraw their cases from courts. Because he, as the chairman, everything Abure did is now illegal. Okay, why they were dragging that, some people like Peter Obi and co, they ignored him, okay, until he started going to court to cause that distraction, Abi. Then fast forward, right, to August, 10 days ago, there was a court judgment. That court judgment now was on the case Abure is fighting them with on appeal. The appeal came, and Abure was confirmed as their chairman, and Apapa was told to stop parading himself. Shebi, after appeal court, where do you go to after? Is that not Supreme Court? Do you go to appeal court again? That was where Oplesus Odijo, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State, or the Supreme Court governor of Owerri, Oplesus Odigba, in their effort of trying, apart from their meetings with the tribunal judges, the judiciary, and the pressure they are mounting on them on this Thiefnubu's case, but they now pull another one. They found a criminal judge in Imo State, appeal court judge, ruling on a case that has already been appealed and ruled on. Instead of them to go to Supreme Court, they went to Imo State to get a Jankara Olu ruling. Abina Osulu ruling procured by Oplesu Zodigba. So it didn't take long when these guys, the media in Nigeria, started feeling like, it's like we are a fool. It's like this is stupidity. You cannot appeal an appeal in an appeal court. You would have to go to the Supreme Court to place your appeal, so that the Supreme Court is the higher court that can throw out any junior court. Sure, you get. Do you see the mockery of the judiciary here? Do you now understand why some of us don't ignore these little things? Because they are actually not really meant to have legal bindings. But in Nigeria, for you to change that, you will need to go to another court. So Lamidiot Apampas, with the help of APC, Egbekegbe Oplesu Zodigba, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State, they now brought this out until the media started deleting their headlines. Oh, it didn't make this did not make any sense. So, appeal court 10 days ago, appeal court ruling. That one we have all the documents. But this particular one, we just get the press statement that said appeal court in Imo State has now ruled again. Appeal court, 10 days apart. Do you see the mockery the APC have turned the Nigerian judiciary into? Have you seen how much the same corrupt judiciary is pretty much willing and ready willing to in the hands of these criminals? But they tell you to go to court. They tell you to obey the law. They tell you to respect the court judgment. How do you respect things like this? This ridiculousness. That's the joke, isn't it? And I feel sorry for a lot of you, the obedient. Seriously. Some of you feels like there could still be some honorable men and women in Nigeria judiciary that are not ready to play according to the scripts just to achieve the end goal. I don't know why you kind of have that hope. I have already given up on even sharing any tiny hope that I have in my life with anything to do with Nigeria. I don't want my hope contaminated. You know what it is? You are lying to yourselves that the judiciary could be the what do you call it? Could be the final solution or the final saver of the common man. But I know they believe that thing. No, I'm just being honest with you. But again, I cannot tell you what to believe. Abi, I cannot tell you what to think. Say my ego, no be you go tell me what I go believe. No be you go tell me what I go think. I believe that judiciary, they don't bond them well. If they don't do the right thing, you go see what thing go happen by you go. Right. I push back. I mean, I kind of pull back. And I'll let you do your thing. Because this is me. Tonight, I am going to take a break. Okay? And if you are still pretty much interested in still being part of this, I'm going to advise that the number to call is on your screen. Is right there scrolling in front of your screen. You can pick up your phone and call in. Add your voice or disagreement or everything I have said tonight. Okay? Just make sure that you are not coming here to blab or gaslight people. Or, you know, something called gaslighting better. May I tell you? For example, let's say I meet you right now and I'm like, for example, let's say you are, it doesn't matter anyway, it's okay. I meet you and I'm like, oh my God, you look like that young man that sold Thiefnubu to us. And you are like, no, me. Supported, sold Thiefnubu to you. How? I know it's you. Yes, now, you did it. You sold him to us. Of course, no, I didn't. I mean, give me the proof. I don't even like him. No, you like him. Be honest. Say the truth. You like him. Don't worry. We are not going to beat you. You told us to vote for him. You are the one. That is called gaslighting. Until you begin to feel like Abi is me. But when did I tell you to support it? When? You did it, John. You did it. Just say yes. It's you. That's exactly what they are doing. When they turn around and tell you that you are the problem of Nigeria. Say, how? How? I am not the one who is signing budget, okay? I am not the one who is making law. I'm not the police. I'm not. Why me? It's you. It's you. It's you. You are the problem of Nigeria. You are the problem. Just accept it. Just accept that you are the problem. Every time. You'll be complaining. You are the problem, John. How? I am not the problem. I am not the one releasing terrorists. I am not the one pardoning corrupt criminals. I am not the one. No, it's you. Just accept. Just accept. See, Mayegun, you are my brother, and I love you so much. But just accept it that it is you. It's you. Just say it's you. I mean, you see, everybody said it's you. Just say it's you now. Just say it's you. That is called gaslighting. That is what they are doing to you. And every now and then when they say, but the government is trying now. But the government is trying to help every clinical now. And no, they are not trying. They are criminals. Look at what they did here. Look at what but why are you always complaining? Even yourself, you are a problem to Nigeria. You don't know. All of us are a problem now. Every one of us, we all complain about our leaders. We complain about them. We lament about them. But what about us? What about the bad things that we are doing? That if everybody knows what we are doing, do you think say if everybody knows what you do? You that is blaming people. You are blaming leaders. Do you know that you too, you are worse? Do you know that you too, you are a bad person? Babak, you don't even know me. I don't need to know you. I don't need to know you. I can smell you. Every time, you see all these leaders, we know that our leaders are bad, but we too, we are bad. Mayegun, let us accept we are bad. Abi we ni what it bad? Mayegun, you don't understand. You know what I'm saying, Mayegun. You know it. We are all bad. We are bad people. Nigerians are, we are very, very evil. All the bad things we do, we are worse than our leaders are. Why are you gaslighting me? I'm not bad. I'm not like your leaders. Okay? I don't have criminal mindset. I'm not a saint, Abi. But I don't have criminal mindset. Why are you gaslighting me? Mayegun, just accept it, Jare. Even if you ask other people, they will tell you that even you, Mayegun, you are bad. Gaslighting here. Show the effort here. It can take them a while until you give up and say, well, okay, Damak Pami, okay, we are all bad. You see? Show you the here. Show you the see Mayegun. I told you, we are all bad. So we are all bad. Yes, we are all bad. Is that the reason why our leaders are bad? Yes. Yes. See? Posheman gaslighting in here. If you don't understand the meaning of gaslighting, is by repeating to make you agree that what they want you to accept. And it is a cover-up for the original thing. Don't let anybody gaslight you. My sister. See, some of these people will not get, we never marry at the age of 30, 35. Some of them, they have done younger when they are just 20. When the men are trying to marry them, they always say, no, you are not my type. Oh, you are not my type. Look at you now, you are 38. 38, you are still not married because you did it. They are gaslighting you, making you feel like whatever you achieve in life, whatever you are achieving for yourself, as a woman, at the age of 30, at the age of 40, even at 50, you are supposed to be married. That's the main achievement. It doesn't matter what you do with your life. It doesn't matter any breakthrough you achieve. How are you not married? My sister, look at you are not married. You see, they are gaslighting you, Do not let anybody gaslight you into accepting what they want you to be to them. Your happiness matter. And if they are pushing you to something that is not you, reject it vehemently. Reject it with every strength in you. And you must never let them make you who you are not. You see me? I don't turn to motivational. My own motivational, they motivate you. The motivational speaker or speaking, Abi. It's not like all those criminals who have a job to do to fix a country who turn to motivational speaker. Everybody's not like, my ego want to deceive. Anyway, I'll go make my tea. When I get back, I'll take calls, okay? And thank you. If you are still here, right, take a moment and like the broadcast, okay? That is your own offering. That is your Mayegun. Thank you for that, for tonight and all that. And I'm always going to say thank you to you for doing that, okay? Nearly 3,000 of us on YouTube, and then a handful of us as well on Facebook. All you can do, even if you are living now, like the broadcast. When I get back, we will continue. A money queen. Anyway, thank you so much. I believe that I have kept somebody on the line for over 2 minutes or nearly. Are you there?
Yes, I am there.
You are very well. Thank you so much, Ma. How are you? Sorry about that, by the way.
I'm fine, Mayegun. Good evening.
Good evening, Ma.
Yeah, this is Baby Ore calling from Croydon in London.
Beautiful. How are you doing tonight, Ma?
I am fine. And how is my family there?
We thank God. We are grateful, right? Thanks so much for asking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Nigeria case is a sorry case. And seriously, we all don't know where to start or where it's going to end. But I went to my grandma around my area today. And what she said was, Tinubu is bent on going to the war. Maybe something positive is coming for our race, which I cannot say no, I cannot say yes. But I know something might be coming. We don't know the plan of God for us.
I know.
But seriously speaking, everything is in a mess. My aged mother is in Nigeria. My family is in Nigeria. I cannot pray for Nigeria, but I have one prayer. And my prayer is, please, God, the same way you did it for the Israelites, please do it for us again. Because you are everlasting. I believe in God. I'm a Christian.
Beautiful.
I believe in God. And I still believe that God is able to do all things. So That is where my prayer directs to. I'm not directing any prayer to anybody in Nigeria that any government is going to do anything, because, like I said, I've called in many times on your program, and I seriously do not believe that anything positive is going to come out of that zoo. It's a zoo. You know, when Nnamdi Kanu said it's a zoo, some people were upset, and I asked them, "This is zoo. It is zoo. I read Animal Farm, and this is real Animal Farm. It is a zoo." So fighting anybody for calling Nigeria a contraption, a zoo, a shithole, is, you are just deceiving yourself. It is a zoo. Because if you know it's not a zoo, then what is happening there is not what is happening everywhere else. No. So it is a zoo. It's an animal farm. All things are equal. But not all, I mean, all animals are equal. But
some are more equal than the others.
It is shit. So, please.
Thank you so much, man.
I don't know how God is going to do it for us, but I know God is able.
Maybe God is going to use him too. I mean, that's why some people say we should not stop.
It will get to a point when nothing is going to work. And, everybody is just going to say, let us just pick each other and let's walk out.
Let's go.
And I believe God can do that. Thank you for everything. God bless you.
And you too.
Bye-bye.
Yes, ma'am. Take care, ma'am. That's a lady from Croydon. Here we have another person on the line. Here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, how are you?
I am very well. How are you, sir?
Oh, this is Adam Osa from America.
Fosa, you said. Is that right?
No, Adam Osa.
Oh, Adam. I'll pick that first one. Sometimes the audio can be very tricky.
How you doing, man?
I am very well, sir. How are you?
You are the generation's savior, okay? This is my first time of calling, and I just get hold of you.
I'm glad you did. Please.
Hey, my good, great.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I'm glad I am talking to you, and I would like to talk to you. I wish I can call you privately and give you a lot of information on what need to be done, because I'm an old guy, okay? I'm 78.
Wow.
But when I listen to you, I see myself when I was your age. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You are a blessing to your generation. And I wish most of them I wish, is there a way you can make your message in French language too?
Well,
because you are talking to the whole Africans of the next generation, not only to Nigerians.
Sir, I'll think about it.
So that of Nigeria is lost. My generation lose it already. But it's you and many like you that need to get together and save the next generation, because I'm scared to death with Tinubu becoming a president, and he worked himself to become the ECOWAS president the same time. Okay, when I saw the way he manipulated that election, and the first thing before the announcement of his presidency, he was already in Middle East. Okay,
yes, sir.
So this is a man who has something planned many years ago. Tinubu is not a Muslim. This is a real Babalawo man who using Yoruba tradition to get whatever he was promised when his Romila days. So, but unfortunately, we have so many primitive professors in Nigeria. They have nothing else to do to get their life together. They all stand in line trying to get whatever fallout from the hand of the criminals.
That's right.
So you have a lot of sand. I love the way the name you give the whole of them. It's what they belong. okay, senior advocate of nuisance.
That's right.
And many, many other names. So when I see what Wike did, things that will send some people to prison, they run straight under Tinubu, so they can get their whatever they have, immunity. So the way the Constitution they are following is archaic, is devious, is demonic.
It is.
So please try to see if you can translate messages in French language so that all these Niger people will know that they are intelligent Nigerians who are not behind this old man. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I don't know how he thinks he can.
It is so easy to do, sir. It's just that it's so easy to do. It's just that I'm going to kind of have to invest in that to be consistent so that we don't do it once and it's not done again. But it's a great idea, sir. I buy it.
Yeah, please. It's very necessary because I'm the same age. I'm older than many of all these people now. I'm older than Tinubu. But I did grow up in Yoruba land, but I'm from Benin City. So the Benin follow, because of the imported Oba they have in Benin there, the culture you are preaching against of which instruct young children to respect older people, if even they are stupid, it's what you have in Benin. So I grew up like you. I listen to your story. I say, wow, because you were not raised by somebody who was told this is what you should do. This is what you should do. You use your common sense.
Yes.
So you can't compare yourself with the children of all these criminal millionaires in wisdom. So
thank you, sir.
Please, I want to tell Abure to go after the Labour Party people who sneak in there. If they are serious, they should oppose whatever they have in their Congress or whatever. Only they can we know what they are about.
Thank you so much, sir.
Because whatever I respect the vice president next to Obi, he would be more influential by making statements. When Tinubu went to ECOWAS and declared himself the president, then the vice president for the Labour Party should also go to news, be criticizing him, be saying his own to the whole world to know that this man is not legitimate yet. Okay?
Good one, sir.
So that's what I want to tell you for now.
Yes, sir.
I want to say thank you so much for whatever you are doing.
Yes, sir.
I wish we can make your studio the where to go. And it should be uplifted to be the national TV station, so you can counteract all the other politically owned channels like Arise TV channel. Those are owned by politicians. Your own is going to be the one everybody will listen to, both at home and abroad. So it's going to be like that.
I am going to work on it. It's always the goal, and with the support and expectation of people like yourself, elderly people, and then the young people, combination of people who made up this platform, right? I believe
when I was young, I was a musician. I used to record in the same studio with Sunday Ade, Ebenezer Obey, and in Decca studio.
God bless you.
But when I saw during the war, why they were killing in the war front and the bloodshed, what was going on in Lagos, Yoruba land was Owambe. So that was the time I put music out of because I can't smile and dance when I see what was going on in Nigeria at that time.
So you used music as your own voice of protest, yeah?
Yeah. I don't want to take your time, okay?
I know. We could be here all night. So let me take another call, sir. Thank you so much for sharing this with us tonight, sir.
Protect you for us.
Stay safe, eh? Nice one, sir. I'm going to probably remember that for a while, and I hope we are lucky another time to have Sir Adam on this program. So I'm going to take another one where we're going to have other people's opinions. So, yeah. Hello.
In the building.
Oh, yeah, Vile. How you doing, Baba?
Anybody will talk say your own go spoil, your own go blow.
Amen.
Your own go blow.
That's so.
And it's so obvious, looking at the list of ministers, we've seen the future. We've seen the future. Only 524 languages. 524 languages. There's really no solution than there's no way 524 nations. So there's really no way. Actually, go the list of the ministers. There's really nothing. So look at many of them. Many of the Nigerian actors, the Jide Kosoko, them, Oga Bello, them that came to support. But and you could actually, if anybody stop 100 seniors in Nigeria and ask them, what have you benefited from Nigeria at age 80? At age 80, me, I spent 30 years of my life in Nigeria before I traveled out of Nigeria. People who have spent 80 years benefited nothing.
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 You know what somebody said? You know what somebody said? I think I've said it on this program before, that every time we tell Nigerians to fight for good life, there are people in their 80s, they've never experienced good life at all. There are people in their 20s right now, they've never seen good life. So where do you want them to see the good life that will motivate them to fight for one when they have never experienced it in their life? About 80 years, break out to me. Imagine living for 80 years.
80 years, 80 years. You go. There's no symmetry in Nigeria that is even attractive. Sometimes when I drive by, it's a cemetery here. Like, see how this place fine. This is even a public cemetery. Even the dead were not even respected.
Because the dead are not allowed to rest now. Whether they dig them up to steal their body.
Exactly. So I mean, the other day it was Sheilo. It was Sheilo when I think there was an attack that affected, that killed one of his sister. That was really, when we say until when it touched, somebody, that's really when they really know how terrible, it has been. People are just
adjusted to it and all that. And if you know happening to my family, it is not happening at all. They're just lying. They're just making it up.
George Floyd case is a perfect example. Crisis, you announced 23 people were killed in Plateau. Lagos people will say, concern me. As well as no be, concern us. It happened for Katsina, concern us. It happened for even within the state, go Ekiti, concern us. So even no state. If you look at the time of George Floyd, who struck down America, the whole country.
Some Nigerians who are in Nigeria, they are in Nigeria. They are also putting up the picture of George Floyd here, because showing solidarity, debating, discussing how American policing system is so brutal to the black people, and they were battling SARS in Nigeria. But ridiculousness, mad.
Exactly. I was in a group. I was a chatting Nigerian group here in Canada. They say they want to raise flag, independent flag. A flag will raise.
I love my country from abroad. You remember them?
From abroad.
Loving Nigeria from abroad. Say, Nigeria, I love you so much, Nigeria. Oh, Baba, I did my Canada. I did my day here. I don't want. No. Say, why you not go? Why you not go live where you love? No. I just love Nigeria from abroad. Mm-hmm.
You know, and the truth is, it's not about me because I'm not even in Nigeria. Mm-hmm. You are not even in Nigeria. But I want to go every day. People are being killed every day. Human organ harvesting is not a big market in Nigeria. You know, you that you are living big man in Lagos and you cannot travel by road to. I left Nigeria at 8:30. Go at least like 30 states in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I've gone Nigeria by road. By road. So I know how beautiful Nigeria is.
Very beautiful countryside. If it remains safe, it would have been the best country in the world.
I'm telling you, water for so bad. Our reserve, we're talking about Kenya Safari. Nigeria, we have everything. But you cannot even travel by road from Lagos to Ibadan, 1 hour journey, conveniently. And you're telling me Nigeria is safe. And you cannot even travel. You can't even travel by road in your own country anymore. Olokpa bribe, Olokpa uniform. That was 15 years ago. I was traveling from Plateau to Nasarawa. Under below you, Olokpa. Because under the mosque don't work. So you are there. You NPS. You know, so it has this one. When you say we don't even have no security. There's no security because they can snitch on you at any time. ISB, Danny.
You know, Baba, you remember they said that if armed robbers are chasing you and you see the police roadblock ahead, the best thing for you, return and go and meet those armed robbers and let them rob you. They will likely not kill you. They will take something from you. Police will rob you, kill you, then keep your body, accuse you to be an armed robber. Ask your family to come and bail your body in order to bury the evidence and all of that. So your choice.
Exactly. Our local people that travel by road in Nigeria, local government boys, police stop me so that local government boys will collect money from me. So these people don't really understand when they say the system is bad. It's beyond repair.
It's bad.
It's beyond repair.
About work is to the benefit of everybody. If Nigeria is working or Nigeria have a prospect of working, a lot of us will not be sitting down here, right? Talking as if to say it is hopeless for Nigeria when it is not. It is hopeless for Nigeria. But look at the guys behind it.
India population is 1.5 billion.
Imagine.
India electricity is on coal. 1.5 billion on coal with me. 1.5 billion. So there's enough thing. If I was check your hospital. What of the core hospital here? But my real estimate of the core hospital here. One to my hospital here, $1 billion. $1 billion to build hospital to take a city of over 100,000 people with all the equipment. But you start salary for 1 year.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
That's something that somebody will just take in Nigeria and then he will go and hire a lawyer.
Exactly. And the truth is, I don't know because they keep property you need to be spending money on it. So one need for combat. I want not but suffering and smiling. At the end of the day, future generation but thank you very much because this diary for many years ago, many of these people, thank you for, because You can't, they are not, it's like listening to CNN. It's like listening to mainstream media.
They're like a cooking, brainwashing soup every day.
Every day. So I got those people sit down here to get information. Information will then get someone wants to daru. You know, it's just start, Jack. Thank you very much. God bless you, man.
And you too, Baba. Nice for stopping by. Chike, thank you so much for your super chat. Oh, by the way, I had to quickly come
Hello, sir.
Say that. Hello, sir.
How you going? Have fun. This is your guy, Adiola. I'm very fine. I saw the caption for tonight. I was just, I didn't have the opportunity to watch the whole
like,
broadcast.
Is this a sarcasm from Mayegun? What's this? Breaking news? And,
No.
It's a joke.
No. I was even thinking that it was 36% unemployment, and I'll be probably thinking that will be closer to the real figure.
Ideal, right, Adiola?
You know. See. The moment I saw that figure, I just went straight to the website of National Bureau of Statistics. Mm-hmm. Because I'm an economist, I have an MSc Economics and Finance.
Bless you, Papa.
The time they removed that guy, that Yemi Kale guy, who was a former DG of National Bureau of Statistics in Nigeria, I knew all the alarm bells went off for me. The moment they removed Yemi Kale, when Yemi Kale was still there, I had confidence in the output of that bureau.
The credibility of what they released.
Yeah, credibility. But that guy could not serve under Boko Haram. He couldn't serve. It was a mismatch. So he had to go. They had to let this guy go. So for them to tell me that we are close to we are full employment, Baba,
audacity, Adiola.
Baba, are you telling me we are full employment? Are we 96% employed?
Yes.
Are we talking about full employment?
Yes.
Even UK, no, if you boast of them, chairman.
That's why they said we should go to court if we don't believe them. Bunch of jokers. Honestly.
Baba, as in, I'm going to sit down maybe tomorrow very well. I'll look at their methodology. I want to know how they arrived at 96%. I want to know, Baba. I am curious because our misery index is driven largely by unemployment rates.
Yes.
Because misery index, when you add misery index and you add inflation, you have a very high double-digit figure. I know fully well that our misery index is driven by unemployment. And for them to come and put this, I want to see that methodology. They must release it to. We have to investigate.
You may end up asking for too much, but there's nothing wrong in you waiting for them. They will cook for you. Everybody, Baba, they will cook for everybody. Maybe say, like I said, a lot of people will be asking that. Are they talking about this Nigeria? Like you'll be in Nigeria, you'll be reading the headline, great news, good news, and you'll be like, "Egbami now." Am I in? Sorry, bros. Where's this place? They say about Abule Egba Lewa. Abule Egba Nigeria, Abule Egba Canada. Is it not Abule Egba Nigeria?
Current figures shows 18.1% youth unemployment, 12.2% underemployed, 6.9% single digits under youth underemployment. Baba, almost this their machinery they are using is working because I really question this. See, this figures is a far departure from what Yemi Kale was doing. Yemi Kale's tenure in this agency, Baba Bagbe, but boy ain't trying out correct figures.
Is that not the same man that was embarrassing them? Every time APC is saying Buhari is trying, they will release a statistics that shows that inflation is getting higher, unemployment is getting higher, businesses are folding up, and they were so raging that they asked Buhari to send him away. Like that guy is the enemy of a Buhari government. Why does he continue? Why was he continuing to release? I remember him. And like you said, all bombs went off after.
Because the moment they let Yemi Kale go, I knew this was political, and they had to let this guy go so he can. So the person they brought in was just a yes man. the man doesn't even have the same gravitas as Yemi Kale. He's not even directly linked qualification-wise, statistically, to be in that position.
They are counting Alabaru as a job. They said, I mean, do you know how much Alabaru make in a day? They are counting Okada riding as a job. They said, do you know how much Okada make a day? They are not. They are supposed to be surveyed. They are supposed to be categorized as employed. That's the criteria they use. You're an economist, Adeola. You would find out the whole scope, the whole cooking.
No, I'm going to look at their publication and look at how they derive that figure and the methodology. Yemi Kale's time, Yemi Kale had boots on ground, literally people on ground in the market counting, taking surveys. So you could go to bed and say, okay, whatever figure you have under Yemi Kale's tenure, you could invest in Nigeria or not invest in it, because the agency was credible. It was a credible agency under his tenure. He had literally men on ground.
I remember.
University students, undergrad, for master's degree students, bachelor's degree in economics on the ground, taking surveys and taking samples that are truly representative.
Steady, then, right.
On a steady. So whatever it chunks out, as a foreign investor, that is what propelled a lot of investors to come to Nigeria. Because, a lot of foreign investors rely on data that is close to something
life
that you can
now, Adeola. Not even in this 21st century. Data is life. Just like they used to say, information is life. Data is life. If you are very good with data, you are not far from being so rich.
Baba, when you work with data, there's a Greek term they call nullis in verba. Nullis in verba means, but it just beware. It's my point. So you can manipulate data to say all kinds of stories.
Yes.
Right. You can do window dressing when it comes to data analysis. It's my point, Baba. Yes. So there's a term in Greek, they call it nullis in verba. So that means, Baba, whatever you are collecting, Baba, beware of it to no go to rely on what you are looking at. So you can make a set of data look a certain way. You can window dress. So all these guys are doing right now is to capture all the agencies, all the public agencies, all the even press, to make sure they fall in line.
Yeah, like repeating it, making it look like it's a big thing. They'll put people on TV, on radio, explaining the lie to the people. It's only going to be like after a year that people will be wondering. But they told us that we are employed, we are okay now. How come this whole thing is like this, Abi?
Baba. See, for me, I will just leave it here. I will leave it here. For me, I can't talk too much. I can't even really and truly. There's no serious economist in this world that we're living in would even look at GDP as a measure to explain anything tangible. They will always look at things like Human Development Index. You look at that tracks inequality of opportunity and of outcome. That means that, okay, on ground, are people happy? Are people gainfully employed? Do people have social mobility? Can they start from one part of society to move up? Those are the things you clearly look at in any economy. And if you look at it clearly, there's no social mobility. That's number one. If you go on the street, Baba, na Sakawe day. So for you to come and tell me this, no, Baba, no follow.
It's like taking it too far. And I tell you, they haven't even started. For those who might think they are going too far, they are just warming up. Adeola, thank you.
Baba, see, I'll leave you with this from yesterday. It was yesterday. I couldn't have time to call. Yesterday was a fire service. When the wicked are in power, people cry.
That's right.
That is what we are seeing. People are crying. So I will stick to the scriptures.
When the people are happy,
rejoice. So, Baba, may we not talk. Let us look at what is going on. Maybe make person not fire you. Anyone will they talk, Baba, see, you're not going to hell. Don't say you're going to hell, because hell is reserved for life.
If that makes them feel better, that's why I told them.
No, Baba, don't make anybody feel better. Don't make any bastard feel better. Don't make any bastard feel better. This program is not meant to be.
Baba, me now.
Baba, good night.
I
know I made them para. You see, a truth teller will always find themselves in heaven.
And that's exactly what the Bible says, and all the religion as well. It said a pious man will make heaven, right? And being pious means being honest, being straightforward, not being honest. Saint. There's no saints, right? We all know what is wrong and right, right?
At the para,
I
don't want to para.
take this one.
I will come back with you with the figures anyway. God bless you, sir.
Not to do you, Baba. Nice one, eh? So I have another caller on the line. Here we go. Hello there.
Taking it too far, and I tell you,
you might need to mute that.
I think this is going too far.
I don't know if this would be Charm. Is that you?
Yes, it's me.
Yes, I got it right. You know why? Because you haven't really changed your DP on your WhatsApp. It's easier now. I've mastered it. Yeah. How are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking.
You know what? I've been traveling, so I just was catching up with your show yesterday. I haven't even watched today's one because I don't like to rush. I want to digest it properly.
You want to take them after slowly, right? Beautiful.
Exactly.
Well, yeah,
so I caught up with yesterday's show.
Yep.
And that's the reason why I'm calling, right? That yesterday's show was one of your best shows ever. Yeah. Right? I feel like everyone in the temple should take that particular link to your show and post it so that as many people as possible can watch it, listen to it, and hear exactly what you're saying. I know, but right? Because you were happy, so,
you know, like you oversaid it. You know, we should be very careful. That kind of get me more angry. By the way,
I don't think you oversaid anything. I don't think there's nothing you didn't say, and there's no rational thinking person who steps outside and actually looks at exactly what's going on in the country, especially where our so-called religious entities are concerned, and won't see that there is a problem, right? Where there's evil, you call it good. Where you're supposed to tell people, you know what, this is not right, this is not for you, this is, you people need to stand up for your rights and tell the truth for goodness sake. You have people who are not doing it, right? And every day people go to church, and truly the Bible, listen, I'm a Christian, and the Bible does say that people, my people suffer for lack of knowledge, and that is what we're going through. Because when you pick up that Bible, does it tell you that you should fold your arms and be looking? No, it has never said so. The Israelites fought battles, God fought with them. They never folded their arms. Okay, they fought battles, and it's time for us to stand up and start fighting battles. Start with those pastorpreneurs, as you call them.
The pulpit bandits, pastorpreneurs.
The pulpit bandits. Start from those people. You know, the reason why I like this Tinubu's government is that I don't think anybody now with eyes can say they cannot see. They cannot see where the problem is. I told you, when I've called a couple of times, and I said to you, Tinubu's government is the government that keeps on giving. You know, it's the gift that keeps giving.
You're right.
So if you are blind, right? If you say you are blind and you cannot see where your problems are, who the people you need to be targeting your anger is, right? Tinubu's government showed us exactly where our problems are, and where we need to start targeting, where we need to start, throwing
rage and anger and focus, be consistent as well.
Exactly, focusing our rage and our anger and being consistent.
Yes.
Right. That's the only reason I've called here today is to say, listen, that your show yesterday, spot on.
Well,
spot on.
Thank you so much, Charm, because they say you guys are those who are sort of urging me on. They say you are those who are going to push me to the gate of hell. And I kind of feel like if being honest send you to hell, well, I love you. I love their encouragement. So you just did it again now. Charm.
Send you to hell. For goodness sake, are we not there already?
Are we not already living hell on earth already? See, God bless you.
They're coming to tell you that 98% employed. Are you okay in this present day Nigeria? If you don't have eyes to see or ears to hear, I'm not there, so I listen and I hear what the problems are in our country. There are people in Nigeria on ground. They can't say 98% employed. Where, how, why?
Nigeria that doesn't make any sense. From a 60% unemployment down to 4.1% unemployment. In fact, that must be the big miracle of the year. Guinness World Records should say something.
In how many months? In how many months?
In 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks, in Tinubu's government.
They just did it for the month of June, July. So that of July was when they finalized it. So between the July 1st and the end of July, the unemployment rate dropped from over 40% to 4.1%. So they declared it this month.
In fact, the children unborn, the ones that are inside people's stomachs, they are also employed as well.
Miracle
That
not
is
entire
what
Jesus. Charm. Except if you don't have faith.
I just wanted to, commend you for yesterday's show. I thought it was fantastic. I just want to urge everyone in the temple, like somebody was saying, I feel like your show needs a bit more exposure, right? I feel like more people should be listening and hearing so that we can all get collectively angry, because this is crazy, right? We need to be angry now. We shouldn't be waiting for these pastorpreneurs that we have, because none of them are here to do anything, or even there to tell you the truth. If you are interested in your own salvation as you want to, listen, it's a personal thing, right? Deal with God on a personal basis. Learn to live your life on the person,
and we want them to shut up too, Charm, right? We want all these guys to please just shut up.
Exactly.
Right?
If you don't want
if you don't know what to say on what is obvious, right? Please just keep quiet. At least we will not have to doubt wherever your position is. We just know that you didn't see anything.
Exactly.
Or playing on our own intelligence, trying to rigmarole us with all this gaslighting. You are insulting us now. Bible said we should respect. Charm, Bible said we should respect elders, right? The same Bible also said, do not get the young people angry. You must not get them angry. Bible did say that.
He said it.
Yes.
He said it. I concur with. He said it. Okay.
So you are getting us angry, and you are telling us that no, we won't take that. We'll be angry.
Listen, anyway, again, like I said, I don't have too much to say. I just said I felt like I needed to call you just to encourage you. I know that people will say, "Oh, don't use the name of God in vain." I understand all of that, but some things need to be said. Some people need to be told the truth, right? You're not here for your pastors. You're not here for them. They're not the ones who are paving the way for you to get
your religion, your faith, or your pastors. But any of them that crosses the line, we will drag them.
Yes.
We know they are always intentional.
Start to think critically, for goodness sake. Start to think, use your brain. I mean, you're right. The problem of Nigeria is not really a spiritual problem. It's what the guy said yesterday, ignorance. Ignorance, lack of education, so many things are worrying that country. The least of it is the spiritual
the least
element
is spiritual, you get it. But they want to make it spiritual and everything else. Come on.
My dear, let me leave the floor for another. But well done. Yesterday, I'm sure today's show it will be another blockbuster. But yesterday's show was on point, amazing. It should be shared all around, anywhere, everywhere. Well done, my girl.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I mean, I appreciate that. I will take another one. I think I just missed that. Sorry about that. So I thought I missed you, and I believe I just got you back. Hello there. Hello. You are now connected. If you can hear me, sir, or ma.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Fantastic. Come closer to the phone so that I can also hear you loud and clear, sir. It doesn't seem that
Hello?
you can you see hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can now. I think it's better now.
For the kind of some intricacies here. You see, my ego. You see, as we take our head, they break coconut. I'm calling from US. Right. I may be wrong in what I want to say.
Okay.
But the truth is, this 96% that they said is unemployed. The reverse is the case.
Well,
that's what I want to ask. And then I'll come to NBS, because NBS failed over 15 years back, or if I'm not mistaken, because what they do now, they recycle the figures. I've done survey for NBS, many years back. Yeah, and those years, you take the money, you go to the field, you get accurate data, and you bring your reports, and they publish accurate things. But what they are trying to do now is to sell a very wrong narrative to the outside world, because when somebody keeps telling lies over and over and over again, that lies becomes
true. They begin to believe the lies.
They begin to believe the lies. Nigeria under Buhari, who was dead. Buhari was dead. That was why our money, that's why Nigeria is bankrupt. They used Nigerian money to cover the debt of Buhari. Honestly. And then now, because they can't give account of all this money, they're not doing everything possible to deceive the gullible, both the educated and the illiterate. And NBS, all these agencies that this outside world looks at, they want to hold on to them, and they send very wrong narratives to this, because this one, they don't have any other source of getting information.
You know what somebody told me? They said, even though they might downplay the importance of statistics, but they are beginning to understand it, that it could be used as a very strong political tool, because a lot of people seems to be believing the statistics that come out of government place. But the reverse is going to be the case now, okay? With all this kind of shady, duplicated data that are not reliable, people are going to lose more interest in what they say. And at the end of the day, they achieve whatever they want to achieve with manipulating these things, right? It will produce, it's going to be like a sort of a negative blowback, in my own opinion, no? Because data matter now, doesn't it?
Well, data matters where people are enlightened, where people are hungry, like Nigeria. Do you know that 99% of, let me say 95, let me not just exaggerate. Then all this thing we do here, 95% of Nigerians are after what they can eat.
I know.
And after the opportunity
and
they
I think
can get.
you'll be very right if you can make it 99% now. Now that I know why you wanted to give the figure, make it 99. That's you being generous for giving one.
Yeah, because these people are only after what they can eat and the opportunity they can get, either as local government chairman, either as one appointment, or so they can grab their own. Just like that young man you see, who was criticizing in 2011. The government is this, Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. When he got his own turn, the dog went back to his vomit. We need credible people who can stand their ground. You know, let me shock you. Keyamo, during his interview, you know, a lawmaker picked him up on how many billions? Not million, no. A lawmaker picked him up to come and defend how that money was spent.
52 billion, in case if you need a number. That's that much. 52
billion. And then they downplayed that thing that they will have to sort it out in the secret. They went to Asurok and came back. You know the greatest lie that man told? What? That man came and told the whole world that, oh, CBN had the data. They were the people who disbursed the money to the individuals. First, big lie. From the chambers. CBN does not distribute money to individual accounts. CBN is a financial and economic advisor to the federal government. Unfortunately, a minister stood before lawmakers to lie to the whole world and said that. And nobody, even the CBN, has not come to correct this. You know, a minister does not know the difference between a commercial bank and a central bank. And the function of a commercial bank and the function of that of a central bank. So this is the greatest lie they've been using to deceive Nigerians. Nigerians just let them sit down there until they sink all of them into the sinkhole, and then they can't do anything. They are waiting for people, America, to come and fight for them, waiting for Russia to come and fight for them. Instead of them doing the needful, we can't take this anymore. People are really, really suffering, honestly. And I want to. It's really getting out of hand. It's really getting out of hand. Those of us who are overseas, me myself, I get sick and tired sometimes when they talk about Nigeria.
Too. You know the other one. You know what? The other one is that the people that you saw 10 years ago that were doing fine and they had prospect of even doing better in 10 years' time. A lot of them have run into economic trouble for the past few years, that even yourself are feeling sorry for people you knew that they had prospect of making better life for themselves with what they were doing. These guys destroyed them, right? Some of these guys have now turned to beggars today. I mean, we saw how the ruins happened. It was like a tsunami that swept through a country. A lot of them who still have something now, they are scared. They are not sure what their lot will be in 5 years' time. How could that be a country?
I left Nigeria 13 years ago. 13 years ago. And I saw all these things coming. I resigned from a very lucrative job in Nigeria because I could not get myself involved in the rottenness that I saw. Instead of sitting down to complain or to join them, but there's a bandwagon. If you can't beat them, you join them. I'm not that kind of person. No, I can't complain. I can't join you because that is what is killing Nigeria. I had to resign honorably and then use the little money they paid me to come overseas and left. And this thing that is happening now is sinking more and more. I had every opportunity to make millions of money if I had wanted to. But then you remember that anything you get from the side of the pot goes to the side of the mouth. That's what my father used to say. So for us who are overseas, anybody who's also criticizing the zoo Nigeria, be ready to make a change starting with your own self.
That's right.
Starting with your own self, not when they call you up tomorrow.
Don't become what you condemn.
Exactly. Like Pastor Kumuyi did the other day. He kind of let himself down by telling people to support a very corrupt somebody who forged certificate. When Kumuyi went to Unilag,
and we shouldn't criticize them to the point that they will become confused. That we should support them.
But he taught me restitution. Kumuyi taught me restitution. Why didn't he tell Tinubu? Why don't he tell Tinubu to restitute all the money that he has stolen to Lagos State government? That's what he should do as a pastor. But they don't speak all these things.
No.
They downplay it, try to impoverish the people more and more. I know you want to build faith in the people, but speak the truth. When you condemn people who are sinners, tell them to repent and come to Jesus. Tell the stealing politicians that they need to restore the money that they've stolen from the people back to the coffers of the government. These are what pastors are supposed to do, but they're not doing it.
No, they say we should pray for them.
They're not doing it.
No, what they say we have to pray.
They're not doing it. What kind of prayer? Prayer cannot put roads, cannot put a quota on the road. Prayer cannot put electricity in the houses. Do you know? Let me take your time. When I was born again, when we were in the prayer room praying, we were praying for electricity. Oh, when they will have to crusade, we'll be in the prayer room praying for crusade. Oh God, let leper not take light. This one, when I came
now, God, please make sure there is light. Oh God, make sure there is light. How does that even make sense,
bro? My brother,
yeah, man.
Please, let us whatever we can do as people in the diaspora to help deliver those who are already sinking. But first, let's start with ourselves. So let me say this. Let me put this caveat.
We should be truthful to ourselves too.
Good. Start yourself. Examine yourself first. Not when they put you to a place where you've been overseas. You have not seen $1 million or 1 million euro.
1 million. We are talking about you've never seen $100,000 cash in your life. Well, here you are. There is a political appointment waiting in Nigeria, and then suddenly they will turn around and say, Mayegun, you don't understand governance, right? See, I used to be like you, Mayegun. I used to criticize. When I got in, I realized that it's not easy, Mayegun. If you yourself come here, you realize that it's not easy. I say, sir, are you being serious? We used to criticize these people together. Now you turn around and telling me that I don't understand politics. I understand better, okay?
No.
But wait till you chop.
Let me say this to our listeners before I yield my mind. The secret, this is a professional advice I'm giving to anybody who has yet to hear, let him hear. The secret to longevity is one, be honest to yourself.
Yes.
Keep your hands clean, and whatever you want to do it so that the next man who's next to you will be happy. Yes. The next woman who's left you will be happy. That you alone will not be happy. Let other people's happiness be your joy. Once you have this principle in life, man, you go to bed and sleep like a baby.
Sleep like a baby. God bless you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'll take another one. That's quite brilliant, you know. When people don't, I've seen a lot of me, as you are seeing me, so I may be a young man, okay? My eyes don't see a lot. So when people turn around and say, am I going to just make sure you never change? I'm like, what are you talking about? Change to what? Change to a beggar. somebody who now rely on praising people that he once condemned so that I can feed, like Sean Robi Romini. Like, how could you? I mean, if anybody will feel like Mayegun, I just hope you will not change one day. I'll begin to fight you. Because like on Robi Romini, anybody wishing me to be part of that nonsense, like you are wishing me evil, like downgrading me to be a beggar from politicians that are stealing from you or what? But where I've seen it, sorry, my caller, I've seen a lot of them who have been here in the years past who have been like, hey, Mayegun, you are right. All these our leaders are criminals. They are thieves. Then suddenly they turn around and started advising me, hey, Mayegun, it's not like that. Sometimes you need to listen to other people too. Mayegun, you need the opinion of other people. Government is not easy. If now you will do worse. I used to be like you, Mayegun. I used to criticize these people. Now I know better. Say, oh, you cool. So you are projecting your own selfish greed and all of them on me. And you are waiting every day, praying every day. When they tell you, say, Mayegun don't collect appointment. Like, is that how kind of, you know, unfortunate some people's lives can really be? Anyway, anybody Ruby Romi, anybody Ruby Romi, Nigeria Romi. If you think me think Nigeria, especially with all these criminals, now Ogun go kill you. Hello there.
Mayegun, no, Ogun go kill you.
Ogun go kill you in Jesus' name, because I mean, like, Papa, I get my life here, like what my last caller just said, right? Like, be truthful to yourself. Work hard and earn whatever you want to earn honestly. You can always go to bed and sleep, right? You would not have to worry about anything. So maybe somebody can't look at me like this, right? And start telling me that, Mayegun, I see you as a special advisor to governor one day. Mayegun, I see you as a senator in Nigeria one day. In that same Nigeria that we are seeing right now, under that same criminal establishment that we have right now. Now Google kill them in Jesus' name. I mean it.
They go buy you a wicked bulletproof car now join.
That's what I'm saying now. Like, you know, person when they wish me that kind of thing, you know, people person will like me. Trust me. How are you doing
you remember that? I'm doing good. How's your family?
Well, we are
How's
here.
your family?
Baba. Thanks for asking.
Mayegun, this thing they're talking about, like what you said about they creating jobs and all that. Mayegun, government don't create no job. It's a small business skill in any development.
Government to create jobs or business. No.
No. You see the small one I created, that I told you about in Lagos.
Yes.
Mayegun, the cost of operation outweighs every other thing that I can't even but because of the love at the clinic. I have to keep paying. Only electric power supply alone, the logistics, your staff, everything. You know, I'm just doing it out of love. I'm not anybody that's thinking about investing in Nigeria. Man, you got to really think really deep about it, because the government don't create the environment for any investor to come and invest. You have to fuel your own power supply, water, even the road. You have to sometimes you fix it so that vehicles can come by. I mean, the government does nothing. I don't even know. We are not citizens in Nigeria. We're just occupying that space. We're just occupying the space where there's no Nigerian citizen, because citizenship comes with government responsibilities.
That is right.
But in Nigeria, I don't see what anybody is benefiting. They don't give you welfare. No. They don't give you food stamp. They don't give you any stuff for your education. They don't even create nothing. No good roads, insecurity. There's nothing they create. And if you look at in the world today, it's supposed to be one police to 100 people. Nigeria, the security, the police, if the Nigerian citizens decide to wake up today, Mayegun, they're going to push all those people away.
See,
right away.
Talking about one policeman to 100 people. In Nigeria, I think they said there's one policeman to 25,000 people. That's not even the problem. That's not even my worry. Have you seen where vigilante rescue police officer and he's praying, thanking God? Have you seen that before?
No.
Kidnappers kidnapped policemen, right? It was the vigilantes who came to rescue them. If you see how that policeman grabbed that vigilante, thank you so much. I thought I was going to die. A policeman was thanking vigilante. In some part of Nigeria, police station, they are closing at 4 p.m. for security reason. Have you heard that before?
Just imagine.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
For security reason, they have to close the police station by 4 p.m. So who is protecting who?
So who is guiding the people till the next day?
Well, the people are on their
Are
own
they gonna
now.
die 911? Who's gonna respond? Okay, on the caveat, let me round up with this. You know, I'm science inclined. So I find out that in a pepper that Nigerians eat a lot, there's an element in pepper called cyanam, and that cyanam excretes an endorphin that creates tolerance to pain. So when Nigerians keep consuming that, I'm just wondering what is wrong with us. Then when I now find this, I think David Hundeyin actually posted it as well. If you go to his page, you see somebody grabbing chewing pepper. They say maybe that's why Nigerians are so tolerant, because these people are out of touch. Than to reduce the government, they are increasing the government.
I know.
They're looting, taking money, doing all that stuff, but we're tolerating it. Once it's not in your own backyard that the harm is being done, it don't bother you. Maybe because of the pepper we eat. That's my caveat today. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Zeus, because you're going to also be my last caller until I give my people motivational, line before I go too. Thank you for always.
I appreciate it. Have a wonderful one.
So somebody was wondering when I said that police station closed in Nigeria at 4 p.m. for security reason. It's not new. It may sound funny to you, but I mean, it is what it is. Right now in Nigeria. Another person was saying that, Zeus was asking me what would then happen to the people when the police have already closed and they have gone home and all that. And I said, well, the people are going to be on their own. So another person was like, what if people have emergency and they need to call the police? In the UK, when you call 999, you are calling the police emergency, I think. I've never used it, so pardon my ignorance, all right? But in the US, that one we have seen that in the movies all the time. You call 911. If you have problem or security challenges or any issue in Nigeria to call, which number would you call? That you are very sure that they are going to come. To call the police, to call the fire, to call the rest of them that you're 100% sure they will come. What number? Okay, I don't know. Maybe you do know. But what I know about Nigeria emergency number, in the most popular Nigeria emergency number when you have emergency is that ẹ gbà mí o ará àdúgbò. You can't do that twice. Help will come. Ẹ gbà mí o. Everybody will kí ló dé. Daddy Isaac ti kó sí kànga o. Daddy Isaac jumped to kànga kẹ̀. What happened? Instead of you to call the ambulance, to call the fire service, just run outside the house and say, ẹ gbà mí o. Help me o. Help me o. People will rush out. Kí ló dé, mommy. What happened? What's kí ló dé? My husband don't enter canal. Or you should have called the fire service or called the ambulance now. Which ambulance? What's their number? Fire service. See. My husband is inside the conga. You don't enter conga. You say fire service. It's fire. May I help you find the number? It's 121. Hello? Yeah, Daddy Isaac Dikosi conga at number 18. So and so. But the popular one is just come out there and scream. Help! People will come out. Even if it's health issue, your child is convulsing inside and you need help. There's no 999. There's no 911. Just jump outside. If you want make it happen fast. Now women sabi that one pass. Jump out naked. Any kind of problem that will make a woman jump outside naked, it's an emergency. Everybody understand the code in your area. It's an emergency. She ran out naked, screaming for help. Everybody will rush in. Don't take any of my advice, and you'll be at your own. It's at your own risk if you don't get all I just said. All right. So I wish you all the best, and thank you for spending your evening with me once again. And if you have liked this broadcast already, it's brilliant. I'm going to see you some other time. I'm just being me. I'm just Mayegun. And I appreciate all of you who kind of always show me that kind of, Mayegun, well done, Mayegun, well done. I speak from my heart. And you can be my friend in the morning and in the evening. You may unsubscribe from my channel. You may delete, you may even block me. And I would not care. You know what will bring you back? Your conscience. I'm very good at that. You can lie to everyone, but you can't lie to yourself. And even if you're lying to yourself, living in denial, there's always going to be a time that you have yourself called this self-me time. My voice will continue to ring in your ears. You know what is right from what is wrong. But disguising or pretending about it, we never make them look different as well. No, it's not going to change. I will make you publicly accept and agree that you deserve better. We all deserve better. And having better means that you have to reject the worst that's been given to you. You cannot decorate a rotten eba and call it a freshly made cake. It doesn't work that way. So whether you like me or you don't like me, my message will help all of us if we all choose to do the right thing. But until then, propaganda lanje, ejeke pisima lo propaganda lo, ke you know ma je propaganda yen lo. What are you, Babakilombo, propaganda and inshallah. They say vibes, propaganda and inshallah. Only angel. All the best. I'll see you again. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun diary political. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.